Mainstream news over here, talking about anime, talking about manga. They say from Bloomberg, Attack on Titan, Japan's biggest manga in decades, is nearing its end. Publishers and streaming giants are looking for the next blockbuster. But the people are saying things like this. What is this garbage headline? Demon Slayer sold 70 plus million copies in 2 years, which is more than Attack on Titan has done in 10. And Attack on Titan was never Japan's biggest manga, since its peak coincided with One Piece's declining peak. By the way, let me just say, the point of this video is not to compare AOT to Demon Slayer or anything like that. I simply want to laugh at the garbage mainstream media trying to cover anime-related stuff. Other people are responding directly to Bloomberg's tweet saying things like cough, BS, cough, and posting lists. But you guys know how I am. I like to get a little deeper and see what's going on behind the scenes. We took a look at the article itself and took a look at the author. Well, this isn't much of a track record from this dude. Apparently, he's only had 2 pieces that he wrote for Bloomberg, and one is all the way back in 2017, October 18th, 2017. So I'm wondering to myself now, does this guy actually even like anime? I find his Twitter profile, and he has the blue checkmark, public figure and all that. Says he's an author of Knockoff. He's wrote for Vanity Fair, New York Mag, Bloomberg, Wired, New Yorker. You get the idea. This guy writes for a lot of mainstream news outlets, apparently. And then I see his pinned tweet. Oh, it's the article we were just talking about. Well, this is framed a lot differently than the tweet from Bloomberg. Did Bloomberg try to clickbait this a little bit? Let's see. He says, in happier times, I interviewed Attack on Titan creator Hajime Isayama in Tokyo, visited Adult Swim Atlanta HQ to talk Toonami with Clark Nova, and generally had a blast learning all about Japan's manga industry for this monster-sized Bloomberg feature. And if we go to Bloomberg's tweet again, Attack on Titan, Japan's biggest manga in a decade, is nearing its end. Publishers and streaming giants are looking for the next blockbuster. Obviously, the point of contention being the biggest manga in a decade claim. Okay, so maybe it's kind of Bloomberg trying to clickbait, and maybe the author isn't that bad. You know, maybe he's a good dude. I don't know. Here's more info about him. American journalist based in Brooklyn and Tokyo, and it goes on. I'm not going to read all that. I go back over to his Twitter profile, curious to see if I can find more information about the work he does, and I met with more complaints about politics and how bad our president is. Now, as I've explained before, I don't really care what your political affiliation is. I'm not here to talk about politics. I'm here to talk about anime. But I routinely notice that Westerners at the top of this industry screech about politics 24/7 and only one direction, and it is getting quite tiring to see. It really is. I mean, I had another example of this just yesterday. I was looking into G Kids, who is trying to work with Miyazaki on being more open to the idea of having films on streaming platforms, and I find out who the president of G Kids is. I go to his Twitter bio to learn more about G Kids and what his work is, you know, what he's doing, and instead I met with a lot of radical activist type stuff and a lot of very hateful things that he is retweeting. This is what's going to keep happening as the mainstream news infest this industry more and more. We're going to get more clickbait headlines like this Bloomberg thing, more executives that flat out hate anime fans, and of course they're going to bring on their other activist type buddies to write for them, and the circle repeats itself. Meanwhile, the people in Japan struggle, and the fans struggle too. Let me also say, it's even voice actors too. You see people like Monica Rial and Jamie Markey also making a lot of radical activist type things, and they use their position to do that. I really don't think these people like anime at all. I think they're just using it because I think a lot of them really wanted to become like Hollywood big shots and failed. And now they have like a lot of spite and they try to go in the anime industry because it's easier than breaking out in Hollywood or something. And so they have this like big ego, but at the same time they hate themselves. And then they take their own misery out on other people while trying to stay on the moral high ground while they do it. Really bizarre stuff. These people are total weirdos in my opinion. And that's the video. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the channel and my news website, nyannet.com. I know it's all tiring stuff, but at least we have each other, and I'll catch you guys next time.